children. We'll start with biomolecules, chemistry class, biomolecules, nucleic acid. Again we'll go through what all the topics that we have covered so far. So we have studied from biomolecules chapter about the carbohydrates, isn't it? About the carbohydrates, complete structure of carbohydrates we have studied. About monosaccharides we have studied, disaccharides we have studied, and even about the polysaccharides also we have studied, isn't it? So about carbohydrates we have studied, and in the previous class we studied about the protein, amino acid structure, and proteins structure. Primary protein, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Under the secondary structure we studied about alpha helix and beta pleated structure, and all those things we have studied. And today we are going to see about the nucleic acid. Next to the nucleic acid we have only enzymes, vitamins, and then minerals, which is very simple, that we will not get into the detail. Only the detailed topics are carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids, and which can be expected for the examinations also. So carbohydrates, proteins, or amino acids. The other one is called as what? The other one is called as the nucleic acid. Okay. Now we'll start with the nucleic acid. What is the nucleic acid? So we'll start with the topic, that is the nucleic acid. So it is nucleic acid. What is this nucleic acid? When you take this nucleic acid, it is a biologically significant. Nucleic acid is what? It is biologically significant. Why we are calling it as biologically significant? We are calling it as biologically significant because it plays a very important role for the survival and existence of the living organisms. So therefore it is called as biologically significant polymer made of nucleotides and nucleosides. Made up of nucleotides and nucleosides. Understood what I am telling? So biologically significant. Biologically significant means it plays biologically significant means it plays important role or significant role inside the living organism, inside the living organism. What is the significant role or important role is? The first thing, it involves in the protein synthesis. So inside the body, the protein synthesis takes place. The protein synthesis process, the initial stage is called as a transcription occurs. We will study biology, biotechnology, genetics lab, we will study transcription and translation. These two mechanisms occurs, and as a result, new proteins are getting synthesized with the codon and anticodon sequences, base pair sequences. Next one is it helps in the transmission of hereditary characters or genetic characters. It helps in the transmission of hereditary characters and the genetic characters from the parents to the progeny or the offsprings. Okay, so transmission of genetic characters or hereditary characters occurs from the parents to the offspring. So transmission of genetic character, and it also involved in the protein synthesis. So that is why we are calling it as biologically significant. Can you understand why we are calling it as biologically significant? It is a polymer because this nucleotides, when you take the DNA sequence or the nucleotides, are held together by the number of monomeric units. The number of monomeric units which involve in the formation of the nucleotides we will see. So for that we must know about the nucleic acid. We will start now. The nucleic. So now I have explained you about biologically significant. Now we are studying about the polymers. Polymers means what? Which is made up of number of monomeric units. will see what are those monomeric units. So I am taking the nucleic acid. Now this nucleic acid comprising of, this is what I am calling as nucleoprotein. It is a nucleoprotein. This nucleoprotein made up of proteins. The other one we are calling it as the nucleic acid. Now this one is what? Nucleic acid. So now I can change this like this. No, I can change like this. So instead of nucleic acid writing here, I can write it as nucleoprotein. So nucleoprotein. So now what happens? This nucleo and protein will get bifurcates. So protein have written here, the nucleo becomes nucleic acid. Now this nucleic acid comprising of DNA, the other one is called as RNA. When you take this DNA, this is called as deoxyribose nucleic acid. And whereas RNA, they are made up of ribose nucleic acid, ribose sugar. And this is called as ribose nucleic acid, ribose sugar, and it is made up of deoxyribose nucleic acid is the full form, deoxyribose sugar. It is made up of deoxyribose sugar. So protein is there, and along with that the nucleic acid. That is why we are calling it as nucleoprotein. So the nucleic acid is made up of DNA and RNA. This DNA is deoxyribose sugar, then RNA is ribose sugar. This deoxyribose sugar DNA is a nucleic acid, and similarly RNA is a nucleic acid. So it is made up of what? It is made up of nucleic acid. Now, when you take this DNA, is made up of three monomeric units. So first thing is, it is made up of pentose sugar. It is made up of what? It is made up of the pentose sugar. The second one, this DNA is made up of nitrogenous bases. It is made up of what? Nitrogenous bases. And similarly, the last one, it is made up of phosphate linkage. அது இன்னும் கிளியரா சொல்லணும்னா phosphodiester linkage structures எல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்லலாம். Now we will start doing the structures, then you will be coming to know what is this phosphodiester linkage, made up of phosphodiester linkage. We studied in carbohydrate. The carbohydrate is made up of glycosidic linkage, isn't it? The number of monomeric units are getting combined together, giving rise to the formation of a polymeric structure, which is a carbohydrate by means of glycosidic linkage. And similarly, when you take this protein, the protein is a macromolecule, which is a polymerized product. These proteins are held together by means of the peptide bond, polypeptide chains. The polypeptide chains are linked together by the number of amino acids. So in between the amino acids, the peptide bonds will be getting formed, and the peptide bonds will exceed its number, dipeptide, tripeptide, tetrapeptide, and then ultimately it reaches to the polypeptide stage. So then we are giving rise to the formation of proteins. So proteins are held together by peptide bonds, and carbohydrates are held together by glycosidic linkage. And when you take this nucleic acid, the nucleic acids are held together by phosphodiester linkage. Okay, which is a phosphate group, phosphodiester linkage, or otherwise we are calling it as a phosphate group. So now this is for the DNA. Now coming to this RNA, when you take this RNA will be made up of same pentose sugar and the nitrogenous bases. And then what? The nitrogenous bases. This pentose sugar plus nitrogenous bases plus phosphate linkage together called nucleotide. Together we can call it as what? The nucleotide. Whereas pentose sugar and this nitrogenous bases together called as pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases are called as nucleoside. So what is the difference between nucleotide and nucleoside? Nucleotides in the ring structure, in the nucleic acid ring structure, comprising of pentose sugar, nitrogenous bases, and the other one is called as what? Phosphate linkage. Taken together by phosphate group. Phosphodiester linkage. Whereas in case of nucleoside, only pentose sugar and the nitrogenous bases. So therefore, I can write it as what? Nucleoside plus phosphate linkage give rise to the formation of a nucleotide. Can you understand now? Nucleotide. Now, this pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases we will see now. So, the nucleotide. Now, we will go for the structure and we will go for the structure. So, we will go for the structure, that is pentose sugar. How the pentose sugar will resemble, we will see now. The pentose sugar. The pentose sugar, when you take, this pentose sugar is of two types. One we call it as deoxyribose sugar. Deoxyribose sugar. The other one is called as the ribose sugar. Okay. Now, it's a pentose. So pentose structure we have to draw. So the numbering will see 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it will be having 5. So it is a pentose ring structure. So 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, and 4 and 5 carbon. That is 4 and 5 carbon. We can write it as CH2, OH, and here H. So obviously here it becomes OH, and here it becomes H, and here it becomes H and OH, and here it becomes OH, and then here it becomes H. Now you see, this is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, and this is a fifth carbon. So pentose sugar. So now when you see, now in case of the second carbon, you take the second carbon. In the second carbon, if hydrogen is not going to be present, if oxygen is not going to be present, if oxygen is deoxyribose, if oxygen is not going to be present, then we are calling it as deoxyribose sugar. If oxygen is going to be present, then we call it as ribose sugar. This is called as the ribose sugar. Now you see, for the deoxyribose sugar, this is ribose sugar means what? RNA, isn't it? Now coming to deoxyribose sugar, that is so again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th carbon, isn't it? Now here what happens? OH and H, and in the second carbon let it be here OH and H, and here it will be having CH2 OH, and here it will be having H structure. Correct? Now what I told you, in the second carbon a hydrogen will be present here, and instead of OH only hydrogen will be there. So O will be getting removed. So that is why we call it as deoxyribose sugar. Deoxy means removal of oxygen, where the oxygen is getting removed towards the second carbon. So therefore it is called as deoxyribose sugar. We are calling it as what? Deoxyribose sugar. And this is called as what? Ribose sugar. So both RNA as well as DNA are made up of pentose sugar. So 5 in this structure, pentose sugar. Whereas in the second carbon of RNA, the oxygen will not be there. Whereas in the second carbon of DNA, the oxygen will not be there. So oxygen is present and oxygen is not present. If second carbon atom exists with OH, then we are calling it as ribose sugar. If the second carbon exists without oxygen, then we call it as deoxyribose sugar. So now I will explain to you about pentose sugar. Now coming to the nitrogenous bases, which is very important. Now coming to I am writing there and I will draw the structure there. Nitrogenous bases. So in exam they will ask you to draw the pentose sugar of RNA as well as DNA. Okay, you have to draw the structure and you have to show. Okay. Now coming to the nitrogenous bases. So for the nitrogenous bases of DNA and RNA, we will see. So now the difference there, okay, DNA difference this one, this is RNA difference there. Now the next point is nitrogenous bases. Nitrogenous bases. So in case of DNA and RNA, both will be having purine base and pyrimidine base. Pyrimidine base. When you take this purine will be made up of dicyclic structure. Two ring structures will be there. And whereas in case of pyrimidine, it is a monocyclic structure. Okay. In case of dicyclic structure, first position, third position, seventh position, and ninth position. This you have to keep it in mind very carefully. 1, 3, 7, 9 position of carbon atom in purine bases will have nitrogen. In the structure we have to check with this. First carbon, third carbon, seventh carbon, ninth carbon of purine will have the nitrogen. So another nitrogenous bases comprising of nitrogen. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to 5 nitrogens will be present. Now coming to the pyrimidine, which is a monocyclic ring structure, we have nitrogen at first position and third carbon of pyrimidine bases will be having this nitrogen. Will be having what? Nitrogen. So purine is a dicyclic ring structure, pyrimidine monocyclic ring structure. Purine 1, 3, 7, 9 position of the carbon atom in this ring structure will be comprising of nitrogen. When you take this pyrimidine monocyclic ring structure, where the first position and the third position of the carbon atom of a pyrimidine will be having the nitrogen. Is it clear? Now coming to the nitrogenous bases of DNA. So DNA is nitrogenous basis. What is that nitrogenous basis which is present in DNA? Purine bases are adenine and guanine. Adenine and guanine. Shall I write here? DNA la purine bases are adenine and guanine, and the pyrimidine bases are thymine and cytosine. Whereas in case of RNA, the nitrogenous bases, same only will be there. Purine adenine will be there and guanine will be there. Pyrimidine bases, when you take pyrimidine, instead of thymine, uracil will be present and cytosine will be there as such. You see, instead of thymine in DNA, RNA pyrimidine bases, thymine is replaced by uracil. So on the difference you have to keep it in mind. So pyrimidine, thymine is replaced by uracil. So what are the nitrogenous bases of DNA? In example data, what you will get? Purine and pyrimidine bases. Purine are adenine and guanine. Pyrimidine are thymine and cytosine. Whereas in case of RNA, what you will write? The purine bases are adenine and guanine. Pyrimidine bases, instead of thymine, you have to write uracil and then cytosine. So these are the nitrogenous bases. So now nitrogen is bases also. I have explained you. Now we have to go for the structure. Now this adenine always pairs with thymine and guanine always pairs with the cytosine. How the base pair sequence, that is called as Chernoff base pair sequence. We are calling it as what? Chernoff's base pair sequence. What is that? Chernoff's base pair sequence is adenine always pairs with thymine, whereas guanine always pairs with cytosine. This pairing is called as Chernoff's base pair sequence. In between I have drawn 2 bonds and 3 bonds. These 2 bonds and 3 bonds are nothing but hydrogen bonding. What is that? Hydrogen bond. What is the bond made of? The bond between adenine and guanine is double bond, and between guanine and cytosine is a triple bond. So double bond and the triple bonds are made up of hydrogen. So it is a hydrogen bonding. Why the base pair sequences should be formed? When the base pair sequences are getting formed, it results in the production of the protein. After protein synthesis, when the protein is being synthesized in the body, ultimately the characteristic features will be getting formed, like say for example adenine, thymine, cytosine. So adenine will always pass with thymine, thymine will always pass with adenine, and the cytosine will always be pairs with water, guanine in the respective period. So in between we know double bond. Here also it should have double bond, and here it should have triple bond. This is called as codon and anticodon sequence. This is a codon sequence and this is an anticodon sequence. This is a segment of DNA which is called as a gene. This is a gene. The DNA was a segment. Template DNA, uncoiled strand. So we got the gene. And this gene is responsible for the synthesis of a protein by the process of transcription and translation. As a result, appa mari paiyan, amma mari paiyan solra, appa mari curling hair irukna, இந்த codon and anticodon sequence அந்த gene code பண்ணுச்சுனா அப்பாவுடைய gene code பண்ணா, then automatically அப்பாவுடைய curling hair the child will have. அப்ப என்ன நடந்துச்சு? protein synthesis ஆயிடுதுங்க. applications ல கொடுத்திருக்கேன். biologically significant க்கு காரணம் என்ன? protein synthesis பண்ணது மாதிரி. Once after protein is getting synthesized, it helps in the transmission of hereditary characters. It helps in the transmission. Hereditary characters means what? Ancestral characters from the parents to the progeny, from the parents to the offspring. இந்த மாதிரி hereditary characters transmit பண்றதுனால this DNA is considered to be biologically significant polymer. This detail you will be studying in biology. Okay. Now we'll go for the structure. Now pentose sugar structures I have drawn for you. Now we will go for drawing the structures of. Now we will go for drawing the structures of what? Now we will go for drawing the structures of nitrogenous bases. So first we will draw the structure for the purine bases. நான் ஏற்கனவே சொல்லியிருக்கேன், நல்லா listen பண்ணிக்க how to draw the structure, very difficult, and when you understand then you can draw by yourself. Okay, it will be little confusing. I told you for the purine it is a dicyclic ring structure. So yes, dicyclic ring structure. One will be pentose, the other one will be hexose nature. So see carefully how I am drawing the structure. Purine for adenine I am going to draw now. Otherwise I will draw down nature and this number of the difficult term. So pentose only, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings I have drawn. Understood now? Now see, in between there will be double bond. That double bond will be held together by means of the carbon. 2 carbons I have placed. Now we will give the numbering. Yeah, numbering கொடுத்ததால நம்ம நைட்ரஜன் fix பண்ண முடியும். So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a single bond only, not a double bond. Okay. So So must be careful. 7, 8 and then 9. Now we go with the nitrogen. I have purine 1, 3, 7, 9 nitrogen should be present. So first position. Upper and nitrogen. There we can place nitrogen. First position nitrogen. 1, 2. This is third. So nitrogen. Then 7. There is 7 here. The 7 is present. So nitrogen. Then there is 9th position. So here also the nitrogen is present. And you have to keep one thing. This is N. 7th position there N is present. 7th position there N. For clarity, I deleted now. This is 7th position. Clear? So one thing you have to keep it in mind. That is towards the third carbon atom, nitrogen will be having one nitrogen followed. Rest of the things will be same. And if we alternate unsaturated hydrocarbon, benzene ring is unsaturated cyclic ring structure. Alternate double bond we have to place in the double bond of propane. Then in your double bond, in your double bond, in your double bond. Here to the 6th carbon, or we will go to the 2nd carbon. The 2nd carbon will have CH2, and this 8th carbon will also have the CH2. And when we take the 6th carbon will be having carbon which is bonded to amino group. So this is the overall ring structure of adenine. This is the overall ring structure of what? This is the overall ring structure of adenine. Now coming to the guanine. Again I will draw and show you clearly. So this is called adenine. Now coming to guanine. Guanine I am drawing the structure here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. I have drawn correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is here. So 5 ring structures, same as like this. We have to draw 1, 2, then 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings production. Then 6 ring structures. So again you have to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, now it is correct. Isn't it? Now, if we make a first term, we can place it here. C, that is not C. Again, numbering, we have to give numbering, isn't it? That is 1, and the space we take over 2, 3, 4, 5, and this becomes 6, this becomes 7, and this becomes 8, and this becomes 9. So, as usual, in nitrogen we have to fix. First carbon we have to fix, then third carbon we have to fix, then 7th carbon I have to fix, then towards the 9th carbon I have to fix. I have fixed now. Isn't it? Towards the 9th carbon we have to fix, not a fixed values. Now, take place on the money. The 2nd carbon will be having the alternate double bonds. So 2nd carbon will have CH that I have fixed. If you have to keep in mind, here it will be having ketone derivative C double bond O. Inge C bond NH2. But double bond O on the double bond break item, it has come to this oxygen. Clear? So here you will not get any double bonds. Upper C double bond O. Here what I have, N is there. Towards the N, I will be having H. Then here I will be having C bond NH2. Here I will be having H. That's all. As usual, H will be there. This is the ring structure of guanine. This is the ring structure of what? This is the ring structure of the guanine. Here you can place the ring structure of what? Guanine. Again, I will explain it here. Ring structure of guanine. So, once again I am going to explain you this carefully for adenine. Confusing listen carefully. So, adenine or structure. Purine base la adenine is going to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it? Now. The man should kill them. Adenine. About 5 ring structures, 6 ring structures. So, in the position level of adenine nitrogen, 1, 3, 7, 9 position there, the nitrogen should be present. Isn't it? Now see how I am going to draw. So, in the double bond, here carbon, here carbon. Bridge. Now we will see here. Numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this becomes 9th position. And wherever we have to fix the nitrogen, first position should have nitrogen, then third position should have nitrogen, then seventh position should have nitrogen, and ninth position should have nitrogen. I have fixed it here. Now, after this, alternate double bond. Here a double bond, here a double bond. So here and similarly here I have found a double bond. So to the second carbon, CH will be present. Towards the 8th carbon, CH will be present. And where we left the 6th position vacant, where the functional derivative carbon to this carbon, carbon NH2 will be getting attached. Then this structure is called as adenine. Then the structure is called as what? Adenine. The same only I drew and showed you also. This is for adenine. Now coming to the structure for the guanine. Now coming for the structure of guanine. So guanine structure same like this: 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. Isn't it? This is how the structure is. So I told you again here the double bond should be there. So carbon and then carbon. I will go for numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it will be having 9. Now the alternate double bonds you see here, here. No, we cannot do no. This is for guanine. Now see what's happening. If we have to fix the nitrogen. So double bond now you don't draw. Sorry. So numbering you fix the nitrogen, then it will become easy. Fix the nitrogen. That is here one nitrogen. First position nitrogen, third position nitrogen, seventh position nitrogen, and ninth position I have fixed the nitrogen. Nitrogen problem is over. Once for all nitrogen is getting fixed, then you place a double bond. After double bond here. After double bond automatically here the CH group should be present. So this problem is solving. N node hydrogen should be there. Oh sorry, here also N node hydrogen should be there. N node hydrogen applies for this. Now what else is missing? Now come to the 6th carbon. Whereas here this carbon is bonded to amino derivative. Whereas here the carbon is bonded to oxygen. C double bond O. This is what? C double bond O. 6th carbon. It is bonded to C double bonded. How I am writing C double bond O is present. So double bond the double bond has got shifted in here only I get double. And here to this carbon NH2 will be getting attached. Here verum CH irukadala C bond NH2 kondu. Here N kuda I am adding this. That's all. This is the structure of guanine and this is the structure of adenine. Adenine and guanine structure I have drawn for you. Upper adenine, where is that? Adenine guanine structure is over. Pure nitrogen is basis of purine basis drop panni. If a pyrimidine structure is there, thymine draw panna, cytosine draw panni, uracil I have to draw and I have to show you the pyrimidine basis. So I will draw the structure for the pyrimidine basis. If I end up showing you we'll recap first and then we go for the next topic. What is that? Today we are studying about the nucleic acid. What is the nucleic acid? It is a very biologically significant polymer. So why biologically significant polymer? Because it helps in protein synthesis and it helps in the transmission of the hereditary characters or the genetic traits from the parents to the offspring or the progeny. So that is why we are calling it as genetically, biologically significant polymer. Biologically significant polymer. Why we are calling it as a polymer? Because this DNA is made up of number of monomeric units like sugar, deoxyribose sugar, that is ribose sugar. Deoxyribose irukla illa verum ribose sugar irukla. We are calling it as a pentose sugar, and it is made up of pentose sugar, and then it is made up of nitrogenous bases, and then it is made up of phosphate ring, phosphate group, or phosphate linkage, which we are calling as phosphodiester linkage. When all these three, pentose sugar, nitrogenous bases, and phosphate linkage are combined, they will give rise to the formation of a nucleotide. So number of 1, 2, 3 monomeric units are getting combined, and as a result it gives rise to the formation of a DNA. So that is why I have mentioned biologically significant polymer, and it is being made up of nucleotides and nucleosides. What are nucleotides? If nucleic acid comprises of pentose sugar, nitrogenous bases, and a phosphate linkage, all these three clumped together, we call it as a nucleotide. What is called as a nucleoside? Nucleoside means what? Only pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases will be there. No phosphate linkage. Absence of phosphate linkage, we are calling it as nucleoside. Phosphate linkage, phosphodiester linkage is present, and we are calling it as DNA molecule. So DNA is there and RNA is present. So I told you the difference between nucleotide and nucleoside. So in the pentose sugar, I drew and showed the structure of the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar, how the ring structure is present. The pentose sugar is broadly classified into deoxyribose sugar and ribose sugar. What is deoxyribose ribose sugar? Ribose sugar, the first and second carbon oxygen will be present. OH and oxygen will be present. In case of ribose sugar, which is in RNA. Deoxyribose sugar will be present in DNA, where the second carbon oxygen will be missing. The oxygen will not be present. So therefore, we are calling it as deoxyribose sugar. Now coming to the nitrogenous bases. When you take the nitrogenous bases are broadly classified into purine base and pyrimidine base. The purine bases are adenine and guanine, and pyrimidine bases are thymine and cytosine, as for DNA is concerned. Whereas for RNA is concerned, the purine bases are adenine and guanine. For RNA, the purine bases are adenine and guanine, and for the pyrimidine, the nitrogenous bases are uracil and cytosine. The thymine in case of pyrimidine of DNA is replaced by uracil in the pyrimidine of RNA. DNA la pyrimidine the thymine irukku, pyrimidine of RNA la instead of thymine the uracil is present. This is a nitrogenous basis. That is why I have drawn by you and show you for adenine na ring structure 1379 la nitrogen irukonu sonne dicyclic ring structure sonne 1379 la nitrogen fix panni I drew and showed you also, and similarly for guanine also the ring structure I have given you. Okay, now coming to the next one. Next structure, ring structure illada question paper irukadu. Even for your NEET examinations, compulsory question will be asked from the ring structure. Phosphodiester linkage structure kepanga, we'll see now. So in a simplified way, I am giving you the notes, and in a simplified way, I am drawing the diagrams, the structures of various compounds. So you have to clearly observe, and you have to know how to draw the ring structures, which is very important. Without ring structures, you cannot go ahead with the biomolecules chapter. Now coming to the next one is what? The nitrogenous basis of RNA, isn't it? Nitrogenous bases of RNA. So what are the nitrogenous bases? Purine and pyrimidine. Purine pyrimidine that we have to see. Adenine and guanine, same. Purine, adenine na potassium. Now let me draw for the pyrimidine bases. Pyrimidine, what are the things are present? Thymine is replaced by uracil, which is present in RNA, and in this thymine is present in DNA, and cytosine is common. Cytosine is common, isn't it? Now we will draw the structure. First, thymine structure. Just we will go for drawing the structure of thymine. Finally, engineering structure you see. என்ன சொன்ன pyramid basis சொல்லும் பொழுது pyramid is monocyclic ன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன் ஏற்கனவே. அப்ப pyramid என்னது? ஒரே ஒரு ring structure தான். Pure in case என்ன சொன்னேன்? Dicyclic ன்னு சொன்னேன். அதனால two ring structures. இங்க only one ring structure is present, isn't it? Now we'll number 1 2 3 4 5 6. Where and all I have to fix the nitrogen? I have to fix in first position and third position in case of pyramidal. Where the nitrogen should be present? First and third position. இல்லையா? First and third. இங்கே 1 3 7 9 இது dicyclic. இது monocyclic தானே 6 தானே இருக்கு. அதனால first position and the third position I have to fix the nitrogen. Shall I fix now? Here nitrogen and third position the nitrogen fix like this. And always here a double bond will be present. Always here the double bond will be present. Double bond are fixed by yes. And sorry, mistake I had. Position mark. See now. So benzene ring I have drawn. The number from here I should start. This is the first number, second, third number, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. Apna na prime correct போடுங்க. Sixth carbon. Number க்கு எது வேணா கொடுக்கலாம். ஆனா this is the right position of giving the number. அப்ப first position ல nitrogen, third position ல nitrogen will be present. அப்ப நாம என்ன செய்ய முடியும்? Here you can fix the double bond. Correctly, you can fix the double bond. Can you understand? Now, this fifth carbon will be having CH, and this fourth carbon will be having CH. And here this carbon will be made up of, this carbon will be made up of double bond O, and this carbon will also be made up of double bond O. And similarly here NH will be present, and here also NH will be present. This is the ring structure of uracil. This is the ring structure of what? Uracil carbon. And now coming to the final every structure போடுறாரு difference அத தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். So now here CH is getting substituted by methyl 2 அவ்வளவுதான் methyl 2. So number is 1 2 3 4, then what is that? Here this carbon is 5, this becomes 6. So where I have to attach the nitrogen? First position and third position I have to attach the nitrogen. First position here nitrogen and third position nitrogen. Problem is solved now. So here what should be present? Here it should have CH. Correct? Inge enna irukano? C oda enna irukano? Double bond. What here it should present? C should be attached with double bond. Here N is there. N with hydrogen, and this also N also will be getting attached with the hydrogen. So this is called as what? Time. Okay, ரெண்டுக்கும் என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கு? Everything is same. Only difference is இங்க CH, இங்க CH3. Rest of the things are similar only. No difference. Isn't it? This is for the time. Now the last one for cytosine I have to draw the structure. We'll see now for the cytosine. Again, the benzene ring. Isn't it? Now benzene ring. Now numbering 1, first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, this is fourth carbon, and this is fifth carbon, and this will be the sixth carbon. Isn't it? First carbon should have nitrogen, and third carbon should have nitrogen. And here the double bond should be present. Here double bond. When double bond is present, obviously it should have what? CH, and here also it should have CH automatically. Here N has to be substituted. N will be getting substituted by hydrogen, and here also hydrogen. And here C double bond O. Whereas here it will be having carbon which is bonded to NH2. That's all. This is the cytosine. Now what is the difference between uracil and uracil or structure model தெரிஞ்சிட்டா remaining structures we can draw. So அதனால first uracil போறேன். இப்போ பாருங்க uracil what is the difference? எல்லாமே same cytosine. ஒரே ஒரு difference மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு. என்ன difference இருக்குது? C double bond NH bond. What is the difference between uracil and thymine? You keep this uracil as a standard, and based on this standard uracil, you can draw the structure for thymine and cytosine. Uracil for thymine, what is the difference? In case CH is there, fifth carbon, whereas the fifth carbon is made up of C bond CH3. What is the difference between uracil and the thymine? The difference between uracil and thymine will be the sixth carbon will be bonded to the carbonyl derivative in case of uracil, whereas in case of cytosine, the sixth carbon is bonded to amine derivative. That is the difference between uracil, thymine and cytosine. So now I have drawn the structure for the nitrogenous bases. For pentose sugar draw பண்ணிட்டே full nitrogenous bases க்கு நான் வந்து டயகிராம் போட்டு கொடுத்தேன், ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ஸ் போட்டு கொடுத்தாச்சு. அப்ப எது மட்டும் I kept pending phosphodiester linkage. That is a very big structure. இப்ப எல்லாத்தையும் நான் கம்பைன் பண்ணனும். pentose sugar அப்புறம் nitrogenous bases phosphodiester linkage மூணையும் கம்பைன் பண்ணி ஒரு lengthy structure I have to draw for the phosphodiester linkage. இதெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சாதான் இது எல்லாத்தையும் நீ கொண்டு போய் you can fix it. Okay, now we will see phosphodiester linkage. So phosphodiester linkage, here when we say carbohydrate is linked together by means of glycosidic linkage, protein is held together by means of polypeptide chain of peptide bond. Similarly, the nucleic acids are held together by the phosphate bond, and the phosphate is a phosphodiester bond. So the phosphate அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடிய bond is obtained from phosphodiester linkage. It's a lengthy linkage, பெரிய linkage. ஏன்னா polymeric unit இல்லையா, but number of monomers எல்லாம் I can say phosphodiester linkage ன்னு சொல்றோம். இப்போ இந்த phosphodiester linkage ல how we are getting phosphate group அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா from H3PO4. What is this H3PO4 is called as phosphoric acid. It's a very weak acid, phosphoric acid. Chemistry में p-block elements का derivatives को पूरा पढ़ेंगे हम. Phosphoric acid और derivatives எல்லாத்தையும் chemical properties है ना, p-block elements में we will study. So phosphoric acid है, ये oxy acids और phosphorus அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். orthophosphoric acid, phosphorus acid, metaphosphoric acid, pyrophosphoric acid ன்னு நிறைய derivatives இருக்கு. இது oxy acids னா oxy acids of phosphorus இல்லையா, oxygen இருக்கு hydrogen இருக்கு, அதனால நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் oxy acids of phosphorus ன்னு சொல்றேன். H3PO3, H3PO4, H4P2O7. So various derivatives we are going to study in the p-block elements. Now phosphoric acid, இப்போ இந்த phosphoric acid நான் ring structure ல எப்படி ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணலாம், simplified form phosphorus ஒரு oxygen and oxygen. அப்ப ஒரு phosphorus 4 oxygen, 1 2 3 4 oxygen கொடுத்தாச்சு. இப்போ இந்த oxygen டபுள் பாண்ட் O. அப்ப இந்த oxygen எப்படி இருக்கு, பேலன்சிங் இல்லாம அன்ஸ்டேபிளா O- O- இருக்கு. நான் இப்ப satisfy பண்றதுக்கு what I have to do, how many hydrogen pair, இது unstable, this is unstable oxygen, this is stabilized with the double bond. Now this oxygen is stable. Wherever there is an instability, to that place I have to attach this hydrogen and similarly hydrogen. So this is the original ring structure. This is what the original structure of the phosphoric acid. Now after the cleavage of oxygen, hydrogen நான் cleave பண்ணிடுறேன். hydrogen is cleave, இங்க hydrogen is cleave. அப்ப what I have to get, phosphate group P double bond O, bond O minus, phosphate group. அப்ப what is this structure, PO4 3 minus is the phosphate. PO4 1 2 3 4 potash, 3 minus is 1 2 3. So my oxidation state is 3 minus. So this is called as phosphate linkage. This is called as what, phosphate linkage. இப்போ இந்த linkage pentose sugar ஓட நான் attach பண்ண போறேன். Listen carefully. Pentose sugar தேவை. Let us draw the diagram again for the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar के நம்ம diagram draw பண்றோம். pentose sugar के so pentose sugar के correct? Hydrogen structure. Here oxygen will be present. Oxygen will be present. Again numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pentose sugar. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. To the fourth carbon, CH2 will be present. That's how this becomes fifth carbon. Yeah, so now what happens? CH2 OH will be present. Correct structure கொடுக்கணும். அந்த linkage correct-ஆ. அப்ப இங்க it becomes H. Third carbon என்னது? Third carbon what will happen? OH. This becomes H. Listen carefully how I am drawing. And this becomes what? OH and H. So this becomes H and this becomes OH. Pentose sugar draw பண்ணியாச்சு. pentose sugar add பண்ணோம். இப்போ இத நான் deoxyribonucleic sugar எடுக்கிறேன். அப்ப deoxyribonucleic sugar தான் நியூக்ளியோடைட் நான் கொண்டு வரேன். பாஸ்போடைஸ்டர் linkage கரெக்ட் இல்லையா? அதனால இப்போ நான் deoxyribonucleic sugar போட்டாச்சு. ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் add drawn பண்ணோம். இப்போ என்ன ஆகும்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா இங்க OH group இருக்கு இல்லையா? இந்த OH group இந்த OH group ஓட the nitrogenous bases will be getting attached. What will be getting attached towards this OH? The nitrogenous bases will be getting attached. That is simpler about that, right? Nitrogenous bases adenine always pairs with thymine. So double bond. Adenine always pairs with thymine. So nitrogenous bases in the side of that. Here, what should happen is in the phosphate ring structure, that structure you draw it here. The ring structure you just draw it here. Now, the ring structure I am going to draw. That is phosphate. கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும் ஆனா படிக்கணும். So here it becomes O minus, here it becomes O minus. நான் இங்க மட்டும் என்ன செய்யறேன்னா OH போடுறேன். O minus இருக்கிற இடத்துல OH கூட போடலாம். நான் இந்த ரெண்டு ஐடென்டிட்டி தான் நான் ரிமூவ் பண்ணிருக்கேன். So OH கூட போட்டாச்சு. இப்போ now what happens is this nitrogen and this OH will get removed as a water molecule. That is called as condensation. நான் இதெல்லாம் சொல்லியாச்சு. So water molecule is removed. Okay, now here downwards we will see now same ring structure template to draw here. What is the ring structure? Adhe phosphate double bond O inge நான் திரும்ப OH போடுறேன். இங்க again I am writing OH and inge I am writing O minus. Okay, now this will be getting linked to one more phosphate group. இதே pentose sugar draw பண்ணு. pentose sugar oxygen potassium ingla carbon and here is very important, that is here you will be having CH2OH will be present. That condition. Now what happens is actually this OH and this H will get removed. This H and OH will get removed, and from here this OH and this H will be getting removed as a condensation. So what is the ultimate product நம்மளுக்கு என்ன கிடைக்கும்? இப்ப நான் இதெல்லாம் ரிமூவ் பண்றது போக I am going to write the structure for it. என்ன ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் கிடைக்கும்? Dehydration la condensation அது முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. So condensation has taken place. What is condensation? Condensation is nothing but the removal of water. ஆனா இங்க இந்த H-உம் இங்க nitrogenous basesல வரக்கூடிய H2OH சேர்த்து வாட்டர் ரிமூவ் பண்ணி அங்க ஃபார்ம் பண்ணக்கூடிய bonding is glycosidic linkage. இங்க வரக்கூடிய என்ன சொல்றேன்? Glycosidic linkage. இது ஏற்கனவே நம்ம கார்போஹைட்ரேட்ஸ்ல படிச்சதுனால not explaining you glycosidic linkage. Now we will see what is the end product. Again, shall we draw this structure so that we can better understand. Dual structure. இன்னொரு dual structure. புரியுதா? Now other things will leave this alone. மேல என்ன இருக்கு? O minus is there. O minus. Then bonded towards what? Bonded towards this P. And it has what? Double bond. And what else it has? O minus. Correct? And down it is attached to this oxygen. Carbon level oxygen. ஏன்னா O மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு. அதோட என்னமா இருக்கு? O ஓட CH2 present. அது இன்னும் நல்ல மேத்மெட்டிக்கல் தான் இருக்கு. Understand better. So என்ன இருக்கு? Again I try writing. O minus is there. O minus is bonded to the phosphorus, double bond O, and similarly here O minus, and here bonded to O. This O is bonded to CH2. Correct? O is bonded to CH2. H O OH O ends. இது ஒரு linkage structures. Next linkage இப்ப இதையும் லிங்க் பண்ணனும் இல்லையா? அதான பாஸ்போடைஎஸ்டர். பாஸ்பேட் linkage இது ஒரு diester linkage இருக்கு. அந்த diester linkageல என்ன நடக்குது பாரு OH H போயிடுச்சு. So we leave here. So then it directly the phosphate group directly will be linked towards what? The OH ஓட போயிட்டு அது லிங்க் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஓகே. கீழ என்ன இருக்கு? பாஸ்பேட் இருக்கு. Then double bond O is there. Then O minus is there. And here again this is bonded. This phosphate is bonded to oxygen. This oxygen inter bonded to CH2. இங்க எப்படி inter oxygen is bonded to CH2 it's linked. இதே மாதிரி third அப்படியே this goes on continuous. இங்க என்ன இருக்கு இப்ப? Here what happens? இங்க OH இருக்கு. Here hydrogen is there. This OH will be getting attached to the nitrogenous bases. Say for example guanine pairs with cytosine. So this linkage is called as diester linkage. See, this is due to the formation of ester linkage. What is this ester linkage? The ester linkage is nothing but it is a linkage that is formed between carboxylic acid, carboxyl group and alcoholic group, bond OH. Carboxylic group is bond COOH. அப்ப bond COOH group bond OH group நடுவுல இருக்கக்கூடிய linkageனால we are calling it as ester. அப்ப what is happening? This H and this OH will be getting removed. So we will be getting COO. அதானே இது COO. இந்த C க்கு பதிலா phosphate இருக்கிறதுனால we are calling it as phosphate. ரெண்டு இடத்துல esters வரதுனால I am calling it as diester. So phosphodiester linkage. This you have to keep it in mind. Okay, அதனால பாருங்க first see primer நான் எப்படி போடுறேன் 1 2 ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல நம்பரிங் அப்படியே போடுறேன் 1 2 3 4 and 5 அப்ப என்னன்னா அட்டாச்மென்ட் வருது third and fifth position அதனால இத என்ன நம்ம சொல்றோம்னா 3 primer and 5 primer structure DNA ஓட வாட்ஸ் இஸ் the model of DNA structure எப்படி இருக்கும் it will be like this double helix ladder like structure அப்படினு சொல்றோம் இந்த ladder like structure பார்த்தீனா ஒண்ணு டெட் ரீஜன் இருந்ததுன்னா முடியக்கூடிய எப்படி முடியணும் டெய்லா முடியும் இத மாதிரி டெய்லா அப்ப இங்க இது 3 பிரைமர் தொடக்கம் அப்ப third பிரைமர் ஹெட்ல இருந்தா this is 5th பிரைமர் 5th பிரைமர் டெய்லா அப்ப டெய்லானா ஆப்போசிட் like this it goes this is the 5th primer this is the 5th primer இது இன்னும் டீடைலா இந்த மாடல் திருப்பி இங்க நைட்ரஜன் ஸ்பேसेस ஓட அட்டாச் பண்றது அப்சைட் டவுனா வரும் அதுதான் இங்க இந்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் சேமா இங்க டிரா பண்ண முடியாது பேரலாவே இது என்ன செய்யணும் ஆக்ஸிஜன் கீழ கொண்டு வந்து ஆக்ஸிஜன் நான் கீழ கொண்டு வந்து it should be bonded like this இத மாதிரி ஆப்போசிட் பண்ண கொண்டு வரணும் so that we need not study that is in higher classes you will be studying இப்படி தான் DNA ஓட மாடல் இருக்கு இன்சைட் என்ன இருக்கு the nitrogenous base adenine guanine thymine cytosine அப்படி சொல்லக்கூடிய nitrogenous bases will be there and this ring structure is made linked together by means of phosphodiester linkage and the pentose sugar molecules inside that the nitrogenous bases will be present that's all this is about the nucleic acid topic so nucleic acid topic la நம்ம என்னென்னலாம் படிச்சிருக்கோம் nucleic acid னா என்ன nucleic acid ல nucleic acids are made up of என்ன pentose sugar படிச்சோம் nitrogenous bases படிச்சோம் phosphodiester linkage படிச்சோம் nitrogenous bases first pentose sugar னா oxyribose deoxyribose க்கு படிச்சோம் அப்புறம் nitrogenous bases படிக்கும்போது purine and pyrimidine bases அதுக்கான ring structures purine base என்ன pyrimidine bases adenine and guanine thymine and cytosine last ஆனது phosphodiester linkage phosphodiester linkage ல எப்படி phosphate derivative நம்ம கொண்டு வந்திருக்கோம் orthophosphoric acid இருந்து phosphate derivative கொண்டு வந்து அந்த phosphodiester how it is getting attached helps in the linking of one pentose sugar with another pentose sugar also we have seen okay so step by step you draw and see the structure by yourself, then only it will become easy for you to understand. And left out topic is 5 to 10 minutes topic that let me take tomorrow. That is about vitamins and minerals. I will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.